All right, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Hello, bitchettes. Welcome back to the bar. It's your fearless leaders, bitch number 1, Christy.
And bitch number 2, Kelly.
We were just bitching, shocking, about how we're just like, oh no, we have to recap Dance Moms this week.
Oh my goodness, I know. Every episode is bad.
Actually, you're fine in this week's episode. It's me that's the bitch.
Well, thank God I've been the bad one for like the past 4 or 5.
You know, and when I was watching this week's episode, I am pissed because I don't think Melissa says 3 words.
Probably not.
I don't think she says 3 words. Holly says 10, but it's you, me, and Leslie this whole episode.
Yep.
I want to know why we didn't get a raise.
I know. I agree.
I'm serious. I mean, could you imagine if we had a week where we walked around and didn't talk?
To say anything, it would be so, maybe we wouldn't have been losing our minds because
Absolutely.
it would have been like a week to like, you know, get shit together. Yeah. Never had that.
Well, last night I had like 5 fires to put out all at once, just like in life. And I had so much anxiety. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like I'm on Dance Moms. Like, cause I don't deal like that anymore. You know, usually things are 1 at a time. And look, if things happen, even if they happen 3 at a time, you're fine. It's when they're 87 at a time, you're like, oh, I'm shooting an episode of the show.
Yeah.
Terrible. All right. Well, before we get into this giant homework report, we have to start by thanking our patrons. These are people who went over to patreon.com/backtothebar, and they joined our Patreon to access exclusive footage that you can only get on Patreon. And every week we do an after party, which I actually love the after party.
Yeah.
Do you like the after party? I love it
because it's just us talking and it's not like we're reading our homework and stuff.
Yeah. It's talking, we're like answering questions, we're sharing what's up in our lives. I have a really interesting new brews to talk about.
Yeah. I heard about it.
It's
something I've never heard before.
I don't think you'll ever hear it again.
I hope not.
It's a weird one. So we're going to talk
about Mardi Gras.
What?
Maybe next year at St. Patrick's Day. I said
Mardi Gras. St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Look, all I have to say is people in New Orleans find an excuse to have a parade for everything.
I understand why all the parades were this weekend. Why was they next weekend? Ain't St. Patrick's Day on Friday?
Yeah, I'm sure they were going to
have done them this Saturday instead of last Saturday.
Kelly, there's probably parades next week too. I don't know. All this city does is party, have parades, and drink. Yeah. So I'm sure there will be.
You're there.
Yeah. I saw
right in.
I saw a comment somewhere that said, New Orleans seems more like Christy's speed than Chloe's. I'm like, you think?
Yeah. Definitely.
So anyway, you can go over to patreon.com/backtothebar and you can subscribe to our exclusive after party content where you can also see our lovely faces and watch it on video. And then we also share, videos and photos and all the things that we have from our Dance Mom days. So lots of good things happening over there. So let us begin by thanking Amanda, Lauren, Diane, Megan, Eleanor, Jalynn, Caden, Mia, Kelly, Riley, Skylar, Kiera, Sadie, Omar, Jessica, Charlie, Victoria, Brooklyn, Whitney, Rebecca, Sheffley, Amy, Kaya, Chloe, Katie, Destiny, Darcy, Bella, Cassie, Valerie, Johannesburg, Yay, Eva, Jada, Jenna Jean Louise, Jolie, CB, Kelsey, Michael David TV. I feel like I said that one last week. Maybe not. Faith Romo, Johnny, Jorian, Emily, Kaylee, Sam, Haley, Riley, Rayleigh, Lexi. I'm going to pull up the next screen. And while I do this, I know that there are people out there who complain that I do this, but you know what? I think if you're subscribing, you should get a shout out. So You just have to hang in there.
They
Yeah,
complain because you say people's names.
yeah, it takes too long. But you know what? Look, these are people who support us. We want to give them a shout out too.
Yeah.
Tony, Sammy, Kendall, Haley, Taylor, Jen, Jillian, Haley, Raven, Sarah, Brooklyn, Mary, Disney fan, Jaden, Jada, Jenna, Hey Ho. That's a direct message, Chescal. Xana, Alani, Heather, Veronica, Lexi, Jaden, Charzavet, Jade, Tiffany, Lucy, Bailey, Ava Ray, Riley, Dante, Catherine, Cameron, Lauren, Maddie, Lauren, Kimmy, Jazzy, Gabby, Laura, Alexandra, Carolee, Georgina, Naya, Audrey, Jayla, Jesse, and Sydney. I had a really hard time saying these today. Good God. Thank you guys all so much. What?
It's a good thing I wasn't reading them.
I mean, I'm like, I could barely get through it.
Yeah.
Jeez, oh man. All right. Well, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Love you. Hugs and kisses. I hope that I said your names right. And yeah, that's it. So Cal, what do we do next? Oh, I know. Yes. This is so funny. Do you want to tell the story?
No, go ahead. You can.
Oh, well, so Kelly came to Pittsburgh this past weekend, and we had both said a while ago that we were like, oh, we have presents for each other. And I said, I sent you one. And you were like, I have a present when I come to Pittsburgh, blah, 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 you know? And we were sitting at dinner and you brought your present and I opened it and I couldn't believe my eyes because we bought each other the same thing.
Well, it was the same thing, but a little different.
Yeah. And it's not just like, we just happened to buy like something random. It was such a specific thing.
Yeah, it was crazy. Well, we said last week that we think the same. Like this just shows it.
We only have one brain. We just share it. So some weeks I get it. I don't.
That's scary.
So here is what we're drinking today. So I said, where the hell did we find these? You said
on Facebook. I get everything on Facebook.
I think I got mine on Facebook.
You did? See, you're copying off of me.
I think I did. But anyway, so
read what yours says.
So they're tumblers, okay? Like tumblers that they're drink tumblers. So go ahead. But the thing that makes them the cutest is the back. But go ahead. What does yours say?
One Christi sent me says, just remember, if we get caught, you're deaf and I don't speak English. And on the opposite side, it has partners in crime and it has like a picture of the two of us.
Yeah. And I had to not draw, but I had to like create us, you know, like at a bit.
I wish I had the hair that you created for me.
Let me see. I can't remember what I did.
Very long and very beautiful.
Oh yeah. And I was actually
very skinny. I'm liking the version that you have picked for me.
Because I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you got me one that says, best bitches, here's to another year of bonding over alcohol tolerating idiots. That's my favorite part. And keeping each other sane. And then here's us on the back. You gave yourself short hair. Like
I did. Well, that's because I was how I was on the show. So
but
I did short hair.
Part about this, I think, is that this actually looks like the bar scene from season 1.
Yeah. Yep.
Episode 1, it looks like the bar.
Yep.
So we were like
white wine and I got my red wine. See how you did that?
Yeah, I was crying when I saw this.
Yeah, it's funny.
We were like, what are the freaking chances that we did that? So Facebook wins again. What are you drinking though?
I have, let me see, I have to read what it is. I got it off of Pinterest. How about that? I went to somewhere different other than Facebook.
You're expanding your horizons.
It's a fuzzy leprechaun cocktail for St. Patrick's Day.
What's a fuzzy leprechaun cocktail?
It is peach schnapps, that blue Curacao or however the hell you say it.
It's Croc. I think Curacao.
Okay, vodka, orange juice, and pineapple juice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I would drink the hell out of that. That's a good one.
Garnish it with an orange or a cherry, but I haven't been in my tumbler, so.
Yeah, you don't have to see it. I just got one of those Ciroc mixers. I got the watermelon one. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
They're just like canned seltzers, you know, like a hard seltzer. but it's Ciroc.
Do you
And
add alcohol to it, or is it alcohol
no,
already?
no, but you know what I did have at Mardi Gras, or no, St. Patrick's Day parade. Remember how we were talking about how White Claw now has White Claw vodka?
Yeah.
Well, they now make White Claws with the vodka in it too to make them stronger.
Ah, there you go.
So they're like not as.
I've done that. I've got a White Claw and then got a shot of vodka in it.
Yeah, but this actually has the same flavor vodka in it as the flavor of the White Claw.
Does it make it sweet though?
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't make it too bad. It actually, I think, makes it like it feel a little less seltzery, because I think honestly, when I'm just drinking a White Claw, I feel like it doesn't have a lot of flavor. So I prefer it with the vodka. Plus, probably because I'm a drinker, so I'm like, oh, I like it more with vodka, you know?
Yeah. That's how I did it. But they catch up, they get you pretty quick when you add a shot of vodka to them.
I'm thinking, yeah, I do believe you.
Yes.
I do believe you. Oh, I know. I want to ask you something about on the after party. Remind me, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we took care of all of our business this morning. I hope all of our little bitchettes are drinking something yummy.
I do too.
Yeah. Our messages are so cute. Now people are hashtagging bitchette, which love you guys.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so nice to have so many friends out there.
I know. I want to get a shirt.
Oh, I do too. I started to try to look into that, but honestly, I just haven't. I will at some point.
Okay.
We'll get shirts. We'll have shirts made, guys. Promise.
With one little rhinestone.
One little loving rhinestone. All right. So Kelly, it's your favorite. I know you love it when it's time for you to.
I hate having to read this homework.
I know. Somebody, what are you doing today? Because I'm supposed to be up at my house. I'm like, I literally answered my homework. And then I'm like, oh, they don't know what that means.
Only I know what it means.
Like, I'm doing
My little bitchettes.
my little bitches. I'm doing my homework, guys. We have book reports to turn in.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, that makes me sound idiotic. So I'm trying to turn so that I'm up a little higher. And you can see my boobs.
Your shirt looks like you can catch like confetti in it or something.
Well,
Like
yeah.
Something.
Well, if you stand up, you can see, hold on, I'll show you, then we'll go. I stand up in it, it looks like a corset is on top, like it buttons.
Yeah.
So I just have it unbuttoned, honestly, because my buttons were pulling. There, that actually looks better. But it's cute because it's like, if I had it on with the right thing, I'm just wearing it because I'm sitting here.
For me, because I have no boobs, so it'd make my boobs look a little bigger with that.
And you have a teensy waist, so to make
Yeah.
you look like an hourglass.
You can send that to me when you're done with it.
Okay, I'll put it in the mail. And you'll have it for 40 years.
I will.
I know.
Hey.
I know.
All right. So here we go. We are on season 2, episode 19. It's called Worst Birthday Party Ever. And of course, it's my birthday. We only ever celebrated my birthdays.
Yeah.
What?
You know, I think, well, no, because Holly's birthday is around the same time as yours.
It's right around my birthday. Yeah. I mean,
I
we're
I think only because you were the only one that we were filming, but no, that's not true. Mine was always in March, mine is in March. And I feel like we always had a break around my birthday for some reason.
Yeah. But I mean, there was Leslie's birthday, there was Jill's birthday, there's Holly's birthday, Melissa's birthday. I don't know. We only ever celebrated mine, but I guess everybody was just happy for me to be born.
Yeah. Well, you're that bitch who, when the calendar turns to May, you're like, it's my birthday month.
All month we celebrate. Yeah.
All month. You don't even like, it's not even your week. I'm barely allowed to have a weekend and you get a month.
Okay. I'm special.
Okay.
Okay. So, we start out in Pittsburgh and Abby calls the girls in shouting, "Here comes Appleseed." And the girls walk in like marching, chop, 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 chop.
It's probably the most fun they've had.
Yeah.
Abby. So they're like, oh God, it's the most fun we've had.
Yeah. Abby's like, come on, chop, 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 moms, get in here. Such a weirdo.
She takes a really cheesy line and just goes for it, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Truly. I'm like, that makes you sound stupid. Sorry.
Abby says that last week was brilliant, and it wasn't brilliant,
Right.
but it was successful because we beat Kathy, the Wicked Witch of the West, in every category and knocked down the apple tree.
Okay, keep that in mind, because when we get to pyramid, I'm going to point something out. So real quick, in pyramid, when we come in, my dress is so ugly. Oh, it's so
I have that wrote down as my favorite.
My dress?
Yeah, that taupe one.
Oh, you like it? Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Okay,
I didn't like you were in the mirror, looking in the mirror the whole time, like fixing it.
Fixing it. I did.
That was annoying me. You would have looked beautiful if you would have just stood there and not messed with it.
You said that was annoying me.
It was. Like, I don't know what you were trying to do to it.
Oh, that's so funny. But I also thought Melissa's makeup looked really pretty in this pyramid part.
Oh God, yeah.
I think Melissa looked good.
Zoom in and look at shit. I don't.
I don't. It's just when she clicked on screen, I was like, oh, Melissa's makeup looks good.
Okay. I didn't see that.
All right, so go on.
Abby's in interview and she says because of their success at Next Star, she thinks she'd be good and in a good mood in this. Oh my God, I can't speak. That she would be in a good mood this week.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Is she ever in a good mood?
No.
Ever.
I think I have one solution to Abby being in a good mood, and I don't know if that was going to happen around us.
Yeah, hope not.
Well, no, I hope not, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So we go to the pyramid, and at the bottom row, of course, is Paige. And Abby's thrilled that Paige beat Kendall, and she made it in the top 10, but she needs to do the choreography that Abby teaches her.
But didn't she just say we won in every category? I'm thrilled, and the only thing I care about is beating Kathy, which Paige did, and she's still at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she tells me, you know, do you got that, Kelly? You don't change Abby Lee's choreography. Come on.
And you don't speak about yourself in third person. Come on.
But I'm in an interview and I say that Paige did well with the choreography. I don't think she would have won with Abby's, and I don't.
No.
I mean, it was just like her posing. So, I mean, I never said I was ever a choreographer, and never do I want to be, but adding a few little things in wasn't really that difficult.
No, but you took the time to do it. Remember, Abby was like, no practice for you, Paige. Just do it. If you remember it, go. Good.
Yeah. You would think she would have wanted her to practice to beat Kendall, especially because Kendall left. Like, it wasn't like Kendall was just a Candy Apple. It was a student that left her to go to Candy Apple. So you would have thought she would have done everything she could to have them beat her.
You would think.
Yeah. I don't know. So then we have Mackenzie, and Abby says that she greatly improved, but she needs to pull her weight in the group. And then we go to Brooke, and Brooke is off of probation.
And Brooke looks like she could give a fight.
I know. I liked it on there.
She's like, okay. I would have loved to have had Brooke have thought bubbles above her head.
Oh, Josh says that all the time.
Yeah, I would have loved to have known what Brooke was thinking.
Yeah.
Especially Brooke, because I think the other ones were still young enough that they were like, maybe. And
Yeah,
Brooke was just like,
with the flow. Brooke was like, oh God.
like,
yes. But in her interview, she says that she's happy to be off of probation because being on Abby's bad side is not a good thing.
She's like, I'm happy to be off of probation.
Yes. Yes, for sure. So then we have a flashback of Abby looking at the stoppers on Paige's chair and throwing them. And I didn't quite understand why they had that there, because it was Brooke that was coming off of probation. So why did they show something of Abby and Paige?
I thought that same thing too.
Yeah, because Paige goes off of probation last week. I seriously think it's because Brooke really doesn't do anything wrong other than be miserable.
Right.
Just to show. Seriously.
That's her only fault in life. She's a miserable bitch. And look at her mother. She comes by it naturally.
I know, but like she doesn't have a thing to go back to, like Brooke forgetting her dance shed or anything like that. So really, Brooke doesn't have a reason to be at the bottom other than me. You're welcome, Brookie.
Yeah, Brookie.
So then we move to the middle row. We have Nia, and Abby says that she's really matured. And she says that less than 6 months ago, you were sitting on your dad's lap in the dressing room, bawling your eyes out.
That was a really sad scene of Nia. Like her little eyes were so sad.
So sad. Yeah.
Of course, we see that flashback with Abby like yelling at her, "Clean your tears for your pillow."
And then Abby says, "Don't carry it into the dressing room. Go home, cry into your pillow. You do wrong, and don't make those mistakes again." She should take her own advice, I think.
I'm thinking, yeah.
So then we have Holly. She goes to interview and she says that Nia's growing up and maturing. She says, "I've always said when it begins to click for Nia, you'd better watch out." I thought that was cute.
That is cute. Yeah.
So then we go to the second row and it is Maddie. And last week was a big victory for her and she only had to worry about the group, but Abby is proud of her for being, excellent and right on time with the music. They were all right on time with the music, weren't they?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Like Maddie didn't have a solo last week. And I know Paige's big thing was the whole
choreography.
Right, but who else had a dance last week? Other people had dances other than Chloe.
I don't know.
I thought that there was a duet or a trio. I don't remember, but it just seemed odd to me that it was like Maddie's week off kind of, and she was second. Did we have any other ones?
No, it was just Chloe, Paige, and the group dance.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it does make sense that she's there, but you would think that maybe Brooke might have been second because she was in the group dance and got off of probation, or Nia's maturing. So maybe she would have been second. It just was just kind of like, that was your week off. You only had to worry about the group because the rest of it, you're right on time with the music. Could have been anybody, so let somebody else be a little higher up.
I don't think anybody really screwed up the group dance,
No.
So then we go to the top of the pyramid and we have Miss Chloe. And Abby calls her angry bird.
I know.
It says that Chloe won the costume award at Next Star. And she congratulated her for making it in the top 10. She said she's proud of Chloe and that she thinks Chloe could have been more confident when she started performing, but she made up for it when she finished.
Fine.
Yeah. I thought that was good.
No. Yes. I'm saying fine. I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
But while we're in pyramid, we need to mention what we forgot to talk about last week.
Oh, I know. I was so pissed. I even had a picture pulled up to show.
Oh, do you still have it?
I got to find it in my pictures, but yeah, I still have it.
Did you screenshot it from Google?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you think I got it? The only place I get things.
But Kelly, instead of screenshotting, you can save it to your phone and then post it.
I can't.
Yes, and then it's not blurry. Then you have like a better picture.
Right. Leave me alone. We're
gonna do a tutorial when we're off the show. Yes. So what she's talking about is
the picture while I'm looking for it.
Last week we took it's my favorite picture of us. Didn't you say
it was my favorite picture ever?
Yeah, and it's one of the most iconic pictures of us ever, I think. It's hysterical because that school that we were at, it was a nice day. So during lunch, we went outside and there was...
Oh my God, I found it and then I hit the button and it went away. Oh, keep going, keep talking.
There is a sign that said absolutely no alcohol beyond this spot. And Kelly and I were standing next to it and we're making our sad faces with a thumbs down.
Here we are.
That is the funniest picture of all time.
I love that picture. It is so funny.
Someone told me, I don't even know. I think I put on my story. Somebody has that. They have it for sale as a banner. People have it as a banner in their like college dorm rooms.
They should send us that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they put it, but maybe in my garage or something.
Keep all the rats out. Or
Yeah.
maybe we should have
But no, I specifically wore that dress last week so I could talk about it. I screenshotted the picture and I totally forgot to talk about it.
maybe we need to have that picture made into something funny for our merch line because people love that picture.
Yeah. No alcohol. We were not
You guys can put that up in your churches. You can put it up in your preschools. You can put
funny
it.
because I remember taking that like it's clear as day. I mean, I can't remember a lot of
Yeah.
anything that happened, but I do remember taking that picture.
You know who took that picture? I know who took it.
Yeah.
Gianna took it for us. She was outside because she was talking to the camera guys. Yeah. And we're like, hey, can you take a picture for us? And she's like, yeah. And then she took it for us. So she took it. Yep.
She did good for us.
Mm-hmm. Had the one thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we find out that this week's competition is Starbound in Atlanta, Georgia. And Abby says, we're going to where the skies are sunny and the weather is hot. And moms, I might even sit in the veranda and have a mint julep with you.
No one invited you.
I am just like, oh, we are so lucky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay for us.
You're like, oh, yay.
I think I'll be sick that day, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can't make it.
So Abby tells us that last time we were at Starbound, we lost to Kathy by 1/10 of a point, and that she's never going to live it down. And she says that Kathy's behavior was out of control. And my thing to that was they showed the flashback of Kathy coming in and their team screaming like, we came, we kicked apples. And
how is that out of control?
But then Abby's crying, saying her reputation is over and she's humiliated. But I think the next time we played them or danced against them and we won, we went into the dressing room and did the same damn thing.
Always. And honestly, Kathy's behavior being out of control, was she a little like whatever at Joffrey? Yeah. But like, how about Abby's behavior was out of control, crying in the audience and sobbing?
Yeah. I don't know how she can say that because we do the same thing to Kathy.
Hold on. Kelly, I think Abby contradicted herself. So you need to drink.
Oh, of course she did. She always does.
Those are drinking moments.
Ugh. This is very fruity.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It'll probably make me cough. I'm not much of a fruit juice kind of person.
Yeah. And sometimes I think the fruitier the drink, the bigger the headache.
Yeah. Because it's sugary.
Yeah, for sure.
So Abby tells us that all the numbers that we're gonna do are gonna be off the charts. I'm assuming my kids aren't gonna be having solo. They wouldn't be off the charts.
I can't wait for when she starts running Maddie's solo and then your trio, because I have it like lined up like word for word, like what she says about one versus the other. It's ridiculous. It's actually next level ridiculous.
Yeah. So Abby announces the dances of the week. And first she says Chloe has a solo called Trouble and it's contemporary. And she says that Chloe needs to learn to use the entire stage to jump higher than she's ever jumped and become larger than life on stage. My whole thing with that was to use the entire stage. You're the choreographer. So I can't even speak.
That's okay. I can't speak either.
Have her dance, do the whole stage then. She's doing the choreography you gave her. So you're not choreographing it using the whole stage, I guess.
Correct.
But Chloe on her interview says that she's excited and wants to prove to Abby that she has confidence.
She's cute when she's like,
yeah. So the second solo is Maddie and it's Mom, It'll Never Be the Same. And it's lyrical. I love how Abby always does those little jabs with the names of the routine.
Always. And look at the names. Chloe is Trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every week it's like a little jab in the names of the.
Oh, yeah. Well, every time I find an old costume, I'm telling you, Chloe's numbers are like, fuck you, mom, your mom sucks, your mother's a bitch, your mom's a sneak and a snake. I actually found the costumes that we'll talk about when we get to that episode when Brooke, Chloe, and it was Paige. Yeah, it was your two girls and Chloe with the red and white polka dot thing.
Yeah.
It was called Pool Party, and then they changed it to Hear No Evil, See No Evil, Speak No Evil, because we're evil. Meanwhile, it had nothing to do with evil.
And it was bathing suits, like pool party made sense. Yeah. So she says that Maddie's back to work this week, and that then she says in her interview that trios are the hardest to choreograph, so it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Why did she say that before she announces the trio? I don't know, but whatever. It's a trio is going to be Nothing's Going to Stop Us, and it's Paige, Nia, and Mackenzie. And she says that she hopes that nothing does stop us. And Paige, when she says about the trio, does not look very excited.
No.
She looked like she was kind of like, because she's used to doing a trio with Maddie and Chloe. So I don't know, but so then we have the group dance. It's called All Kids Go, and it's a contemporary dance, and everybody is in it except for Mackenzie.
Which makes me, again, I have this like little thing. I'm like, I really don't think Kenzie did more than one dance a week. I'm certain of it. She has never in now 32 episodes, however many we've done more than one in an episode.
Yeah, because they didn't want her to have to learn to.
Right, I know, but I mean,
has the chance of forgetting it, like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Abby says, we're talking about our childhood going away. We're talking about Brooke leaving the 8th grade and going to high school. She's a teenager now. So now we reference to her because, she was such a horrible human being going to her 8th grade farewell party. Mackenzie isn't in the group routine because the nature of the dance is a little more mature for her.
Got it.
Go to Mackenzie in her interview, and she stole Jill's poof.
No, Kelly, no.
It was like
she did not steal Jill's poof.
I think it was from The Simpsons. Did you ever watch The Simpsons? Our hair was like that's how Mackenzie's was.
I could not believe my eyes when I saw whoever did that to that child should be arrested. She did that to her hair and put her on TV like that. I couldn't believe my eyeballs.
I know.
It was something about Mary. It was terrible.
Yeah. But she says that she's bummed because she likes dancing with the older girls. But Abby wants to replace Mackenzie with somebody who looks like a teenager and who the judges will instantly know as older than the rest of the team.
Her stuff that she says is so stupid. Yeah. Like her reason, like I want somebody to know they're older. Okay, like why? But
exactly. I don't think that, and it wasn't even like there was like Peyton was singled out. You know what I mean? Like in the last one, she was like the lead and whatever, and she was like
doing a different costume.
Yeah, this one, it just. She was just tall.
Yeah.
She didn't have like a special part or anything. So I didn't really understand that, but
no, I think it was
never understand what Abby.
Here's a chance for us to get Leslie back into Fight With You people.
Yep. So she warns us that Peyton and Leslie are going to be joining us for the weekend. And, none of us look very happy. And I, of course, in my interview say the moms don't like when Abby brings new people onto the team. The team works great the way it is. And
yeah, we didn't.
I agree with that.
Yeah. It was the dumbest thing that we always had to have new people come on. And then we bring this up later. Well, I'll just mention it when you bring it up later. Go ahead.
Okay. So Abby tells us that the girls are going to be auditioning for a TV show this week, and it's called Drop Dead Diva. And everybody's cheering and, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
like
excited
sure.
Because they know, like about the Joffrey and stuff. They know they're doing something that they have no single chance of getting. So why be excited about it?
Yeah, like they were playing a younger version of the lead or whatever. So that rules Nia out automatically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think she was, I think, and I don't remember, but I think she was a blonde.
Oh, really?
So I think she was a blonde. And so that would have ruled out, like put it down to Chloe and Paige. Because Maddie wasn't really blonde, but Abby always considered her a blonde, which she
Yeah, I
wasn't
didn't
blonde
think
at
she was
all.
blonde either. No.
But Abby was always like, oh, Maddie's one of the blondes. And I'm like, she's not really blonde, but okay. Yeah, I don't know.
So Abby says that the casting out agent called her and that they're auditioning young girls for the role of a dancer. And Abby knows they're also calling other studios. So she wants the girls to do their best and they better put their best foot forward.
Yeah, but I bet those other studios aren't on the same network as the show that she's on with her dancers.
Well, I think they did that because they show Kathy's team
Yes.
auditioning
Yes.
also. So
I
that
know,
was
but I mean, come on. Obviously, they wanted to do something that was like a contest or whatever for our kids.
Yeah. So Abby tells us that tells the moms that we're gonna put the kids on camera and then send the film to LA. So we're not actually going to LA to audition. We're doing it at the studio and sending it.
Yeah.
What else? Where are we now? So we go to a flashback of the week that Jill left, and it was the week that Nia competed against Kendall. And Nia was a little upset. And that's when her dad comforts her. And I don't know why they keep showing that. Do you?
No, I don't.
I guess it's just because she says, don't carry it into the dressing room. You go home, you cry into your pillow and figure out what you did wrong and don't make the same.
I don't
believe that.
But I don't know why that kept being brought up.
Yeah, I don't even. I gotta take a note. Okay. So we have Chloe in an interview and she says she's excited and wants to prove to Abby that she has confidence. What am I doing? Why am I reading the same notes?
What?
I keep reading the same notes.
Oh. I don't know.
All right. All right. Okay, so now we're in the mezzanine and we're all sitting upstairs and Christi, we're holding coffee cups again.
Yes, Kelly, I know. And actually, is this when Leslie comes upstairs? Because, no, actually.
Not yet.
No, okay, because I have a specific thing I want to bring up about the coffee cup, but I'm gonna wait until it comes up. But yeah, coffee cups. Could you see mine? I think you could.
Probably. I think
yeah, so see, you always say I hide
I'm
them.
hiding them for once.
Well, I was being very transparent with my coffee cup. At that point, I was probably like, people have to know I'm drinking at this point because it sucks.
Yeah. So we're sitting up there and I bring up the whole TV thing and Melissa's like, oh, it'll probably only be one line. And I'm in an interview and I say, being on TV would be a great opportunity for our girls. It could open up so many doors for them. Well,
yeah, it does.
We're on TV.
I know. It's like, it really does. So you're right.
Yeah. And you say that you would love our girls to pull this off.
Yeah. And go on. Cause then I say something next and I'm like, absolutely. I did not say that. They asked me to say it.
Okay. So then we see Peyton. She walks into Studio A and she's all smiles. And I'm like, she is not even part of our group.
Yeah.
And you say, it's because she'll be the star of this dance, just like she was the star of the last dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when I say, why wouldn't Chloe be the featured dancer? She's at the top of the pyramid. They had us say shit like that all the time because it didn't matter if you were at the top of the pyramid. You were like, Abby already knew what she was doing and being featured. You didn't really get anything special, honestly. I don't think, by being at the top of that stupid pyramid.
Yeah.
Here I'm like, well, she's at the top of the pyramid. She should have the special part.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we got us. You probably didn't even want her to have the special part.
No, I don't want a special part.
I don't even think there was a special part in this dance, but whatever.
No, there was no special parts. Just Peyton looked taller.
Yeah. So Holly agrees with you, and she says that, you know, for the first time, she's basically asking me, is this the first time that Brooke and Peyton are dancing together with the group? And I say, yeah, which I think everybody thought that would bother Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
Brooke loved when Peyton was there because she actually was able to hang out with a girl that was her own age instead of hanging out with little kids. So
I do believe that we haven't done the dance yet, but remember when we did that pink and black dance called Girls Night Out, and everybody had different costumes on? I'm pretty sure that Leslie was trying to fight with you that Brooke had the best costume in that dance. Meanwhile, the costume that Brooke had was fine. And then you kept saying, no, Chloe has the best costume in the dance. And I'm like, you leave me out of it. Like, she's fighting with you. Yeah. And you're like, oh, and she's like, no, for a teenager, Brooke's is the best. And you're like, actually, I think Chloe's is the best. And I'm like, Kelly.
To the bus.
They
just wanted me to fight with her. What the hell are you putting in your mouth?
I have to put my Invisalign. Sorry. I have to put them in.
Okay.
You can't tell, but put my Invisalign in.
I had them. I hated them.
You said that. Mine are almost done. I have like 3-4
Holly
weeks.
just got them too.
I was gonna say, we all have big girl braces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. I don't wear mine retainer anymore because I want mine to go back to the way it used to be.
Why didn't you like it?
It changed my smile.
Huh. I
Like,
mean,
it really didn't help my teeth much. My teeth didn't really need much movement.
Okay.
I got them because I have that TMJ. And they told me that would straighten my teeth while me not grinding my teeth. So I got them, but it actually like made my smile a different shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh well.
No, I put in my Invisalign. Everyone knows my secret.
Well, they can see you on Patreon.
It's true. I put in my Invisalign, you guys.
Oh my. So, you know, you say you wonder why Chloe isn't the featured dancer. She's top of the pyramid. Holly agrees. Then Abby tells Peyton about the competition and asks her if she can keep her mother under control.
Did you see Peyton's face? She's just kind of like,
she's just kind of like, I don't know if I could do that. You say that you expect Leslie to be combative, and Melissa says she's scared of her. And I thought it was pretty funny because she said something and as Leslie was walking upstairs, and Leslie didn't say anything to her about that. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But Leslie comes upstairs and says, hey ladies, I'm back.
No.
Ugh, we don't even say hello. Me and you were just sitting there like.
I put this on my story today on Instagram, and I'm like, we are just never not serving bitch face. I was cracking up at just like what miserable bitches we are.
So you in your interview say, I am so thrilled to see Leslie again because she's so cordial. She doesn't scream at you, and she really does keep her opinions to herself.
Sure thing.
That was a little sarcastic.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, then, this is the part, the flashback. They flash it back to like last time Leslie was here and like arguing with me upstairs. So she goes when she's when
she tells you to shut your face.
Shut my face. But in between, like you can see Leslie and I arguing. You can see Melissa behind me chugging her coffee cup.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was like, hers probably really was coffee though, to be honest.
Maybe Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I think she always drank Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So then they show us in Studio A, and Abby tells us the girls have 3 days until they're on a plane heading to Starbound.
And she's going to Peyton, Atlanta, Georgia. Peyton, would you like to go to Atlanta, Georgia?
Peyton's like, I'll go wherever you want me to go.
Atlanta, Georgia.
And Abby tells us that getting 10th place last time that they were at Starbound was humiliating. This is their redemption tour, and they're going to go back and get a big win. The routine is dark, elegant, classic, and beautiful. And we see them rehearsing in the socks, which isn't that the reason that Reagan got thrown out of the studio?
Pretty sure.
And they were called the white trash and all that. It was because she had socks on.
I can't wait to talk about
with socks on.
how these are the ugliest costumes I've ever seen in my life.
They are ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we're doing a dance in the socks. Reagan,
Yeah, so we're practicing.
that was gymnastics. So I guess that maybe is the difference.
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? But Abby says you have a special performer to get the audience to shut up. What is that? Do you understand that?
You have to be a special performer.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just take that
that's
out. That's stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. Okay, so we're back upstairs again, and Leslie says that she's so excited and that she really deserves this, and this is great for her.
I was always confused why Leslie always used the word deserve. Like, Peyton deserves this. She deserves to be on this team. She deserves that. Why? What made her so deserving versus the girls who were really there every week working on,
And big tortured every week. Yeah, they deserve it too. Well, you're in your interview, and I did not like your hair this interview.
I don't know why she always did that.
It's faulty looking or something. But you say that Leslie will not shut up, and you're like, seriously, just hearing her voice makes me want to poke my eyes out.
I did. I'm sorry, I did. I don't want to poke my eye out. Leslie was like a woodpecker, just pecking at your brain the whole time she would sit up there. And I think that we knew when to give each other like a minute, like the main cast. Sometimes, like, even when you're fighting, somebody just needs a minute. Like, if you're grinding on somebody and you want them to like react to you, sometimes you still just let it go. Like, you let it breathe for a minute. She's just relentless. It's like, I don't know, like a teenage boy when he first kisses you and you're like, whoa, buddy, like, not so intense. Like, give me some breathing room.
Yeah. Yeah. But Leslie asked about Mackenzie not being in the dance. She says that, that Peyton is replacing Mackenzie because Mackenzie's not sure enough to be in the dance.
Mm-hmm.
And Leslie says that, she shouldn't be replacing anybody. She should be a permanent dancer.
Mm-hmm.
And she asks about who's doing solos, and she thinks that Peyton should be able to do one, and that it wouldn't hurt to ask. And I'm like, I don't know why she thinks she should do a solo.
Right. It's all like very entitled. But the funniest thing is later on, she's going to fight with you when you're asking questions about Peyton solo. And she's like, it's none of your business what my child does. But here she's asking about who has solos and, who's in the group and why isn't Mackenzie in the group. So she's asking all the things that you guys end up fighting about.
Yeah. But you say you don't know where Leslie gets off thinking she can just waltz in here and say Peyton deserves a solo. You can already tell that this is going to be a really long week.
Yes, I can tell.
All these weeks were very long.
Yeah.
Definitely very long. But so then we get to see some farm animals this week.
Drink. Yay.
You're in Canton, Ohio at Candy Apple Dance Center.
Drink. And they have a new fancy dedicated candy apple room with 1 bar and 3 plaques.
Ah. I have right here. Is this room new?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that's
She
what they have.
says that. She says, now we have this new special room.
Oh, I missed that.
Samsung must have been like fixing up studios that week or something.
Yeah. But when they're in their new room, Kathy announces that Jill and Kendall have left the team. And she says that her mother made a great decision to decide to leave.
Mm.
And she says that Jill left because Kathy's not giving Kendall enough time. And she says Jill and Kendall should have stuck around to see what the candy apples have to offer.
But never mind. It's not worth me even getting into. Go on.
Okay.
I know.
So Kathy tells her girls that they're going to be auditioning for the Drop Dead Diva also, and they're all excited. So they show us in the den. We're back in Pittsburgh, and we're all working with our kids, rehearsing lines for the audition for the Drop Dead Diva.
Okay.
And Abby walks in and takes the girls, like tells them like, you know, how they're going to do the process of the whole audition.
I did not think it was very fair to have Abby being the one doing this audition with these girls.
Yeah, I agree.
Not fair at all.
She made them like
So nervous. And I remember very specifically, and I think you were with me, we heard her on the phone with the casting director, like telling her who to pick out of the group. Yeah. She's like, if you want the professional one, if you want the one who will show up, and you know, and when well, go on.
Okay. So Abby tells the girls she wants them to memorize all the lines. And she says that they're recording their auditions for Drop Dead Diva. Abby's nervous because she knows they're calling other dance studios in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Candy apples. So then we're going back and forth and seeing like Abby Lee Dance Company and Candy Apples doing like their audition tapes and whatever. Taylor from Candy Apples gets nervous and she forgets what she's auditioning for. Kathy laughs it off. Chloe wants to do something.
No, Chloe is she's going, oh, nervous. And I'm like she's like fluttering up and down, like being nervous. And I'm like, stop it, you know?
Yeah. How about Kathy trying to teach Vivi how to pronounce
choreography? Yeah. Yeah. But did you see even when Taylor doesn't know the script and
Kathy's like, just go off the stage.
Yeah, like she's being helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when our kids are doing their auditions, did you see Abby mouthing the words to Maddie?
No, I didn't pay attention, but I'm
sure. She was mouthing the words to Maddie. And it was funny because Paige was the first one in and Paige kind of like forgot the words or whatever. And then you see it progress, and I'm sure Paige ends up doing fine, but Abby was coaching Maddie and giving her the words, and you can see it on camera. And I'm like, good Lord, like they didn't even try to hide it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then
at least it just proves what we say.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we have all the kids talking about, you know, Paige says that she hopes she gets the part. It would be fun to be on TV and to see.
It would be fun, Paige.
Yeah. Maddie says she hopes she gets the part. It's like winning the lottery and she thinks it's cool. And Abby says her kids did an outstanding job. Maybe Paige or Maddie will get the part, but that's not up to me now. It's up to the casting director. The fact that she put Paige in there is why I'm thinking that it was because they wanted a blonde or whatever. And Chloe had already got the Lux video.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it was like Paige and Maddie. We knew it wasn't going to be Paige.
Right. But I think that what we ended up seeing is I think the older girl I think you did tell me that. The older girl looked exactly like Paige.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
I have a vague memory of you telling me that.
I don't remember, but whatever. They didn't get Paige, my cute little Paige. So then they show us at the restaurant. And how about we're all doing a toast? Melissa had a martini.
No, she had an iced tea. I had a martini.
No, I think Melissa had a martini.
She did?
She had both. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So I wrote it down.
Okay, we're doing a toast. Oh, cheers to the circle of impenetrable bitches.
That'd be us.
That'd be us. Some in more ways than others, Kelly. Go on.
So then that's like, I say we're talking about my birthday. I certainly don't want to have a boring party.
Don't worry, I got you, girl.
Says that.
Nobody.
Have a boring party.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, I was told to say that. I say that I think we should have a signature drink.
Maybe we need to have a signature drink for Back to the Bar too.
Yeah.
We need a signature drink for us. But then I say, we do have a signature drink, mommy juice.
Yeah. But we just call it mommy juice. It really wasn't like a recipe of a drink.
No, we were just like, we need alcohol.
We were drinking, it was mommy juice. Yeah.
Correct.
So you asked me why I invited Leslie to the birthday party. Like, what am I supposed to do? We're sitting up there, all of us, and I'm supposed to sit and talk about the birthday party and be like, everybody's invited, Leslie, but you.
Right. Sorry, you didn't make the cut.
Yeah. I couldn't do that. I'm not that mean of a person. See, I really am nice.
No, okay. Oh, wait.
So we are all talking about Leslie being, the ultimate stage mom, that she's even worse than Jill.
How about me? She'll knock you down and steal your teeth. What does that mean?
Your Invisalign? Is she going to steal your Invisalign?
She's gonna steal my Invisalign, but she'll knock you down and steal your teeth if it means her kids will get a part over yours. I've never, ever, ever, ever heard of somebody stealing someone's teeth.
Yeah, you might have said hit over the head with a beer bottle, though.
I might have. I might have said that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what you said.
But I was like, oh, man.
So you're like, Abby and Leslie are very similar creatures. They want to be dominant and they want to be the boss.
And I'm talking like this. I'm like, oh, yeah.
They want to be in control and they know exactly what you need to think. Tell you exactly what you think. So then you're telling Chloe.
No, I'm telling you guys, Chloe's not going to be there.
Oh, that she's missing rehearsal.
Yep. Because I said, oh, Chloe's going on an overnight field trip.
Which she should have.
Yes. And that's my point is, and when I fight with Abby, that's going to be my point. My point is exactly the same points you had when it was Brooke. Like, these kids gave up their lives for this show. And it was coming to the end of the school year. They were like doing graduation type things. Like, these had been planned.
They had one day to do.
Yes. And they had been planned months and months and months ago, which we had told everybody from day one what days we had things to work around.
They let Chloe go and they let Paige go, or Brooke go. Paige, they always did a thing at Deer Lake, whatever. It was like they would not allow Paige to go.
Huh. That's a shame. That's a shame.
That is like the biggest thing that happens like in Franklin Regional School Districts is she was not allowed to go. It was so crappy.
That really was a shame.
Yeah. But you say that you think that telling Abby that Chloe isn't going to be at rehearsals tonight is going to go down like the Titanic.
Fast.
Yes. And I think we should have a drink because Abby is now wearing a headband.
Oh, yeah. And the next scene. She comes in the den and she's like, I noticed Chloe's
missing.
I thought maybe she was in the ladies' room. Oh, okay.
And then you tell Abby that, Chloe won't be here, that you guys made the decision last night, and Chloe committed to, going on her school trip. And Abby says, no, Chloe committed to this team. And you point out, you're committed to her education, which like, you're such a horrible person because school should come before dance class.
Well, and let me tell you, this I remember so vividly because I had told them being all the powers that be in command about this trip months in advance, like I just said, just like you, I'm sure, said about Brooke's 8th grade farewell. And they knew that we had this trip, but it was still so much pressure, like, okay, if she's gonna go, because I'm like, well, don't let Abby like come after her. Don't, like this was a school thing, it was planned, everybody knew. And they're like, well, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences of it. And so I really did make the choice the night before. I was just like, you know what, you're going. And so when she's like screaming at me that I'm a sneak, she always does that. She's, you're sneaky, raising your kids.
You decided it the night before. You told her as soon as you found out.
Well, and she's like, oh no, you've known this all along. Well, yeah, I have known it, but I made the choice last night.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with. And that is not being sneaky, I don't think.
No. And then she's like, do they want to not go to Starbound this weekend, or do they just not want to win? Yeah, no, they don't want to win. They want to spend all their time as losers.
But why couldn't we go to Starbound? Like, just because Chloe isn't going to be there? Like,
I don't know.
Why did you say that? Like, nobody else said we were going somewhere. It was just Chloe. So we all were planning on going to Starbound.
Yeah. You should have told me ahead of time.
Abby tells you that Chloe's dumb.
Oh. I literally was like, I'm gonna pretend you did not call my daughter dumb, because I was gonna kill her.
Yeah, that was not very nice.
How dumb can she be? I like that she's like, go to freaking Girl Scouts and go camping. I'd like to point out that in Abby's auction, her Girl Scout uniform was up for auction.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Girl Scout?
Apparently she had a bunch of patches on there. So anytime she talked about Girl Scouts being a dig, hi, that's you.
Oh my.
Which, P.S., I don't find being a Girl Scout is a dig. Abby used it as a dig.
I was a Girl Scout.
Yeah. I wanted that brown uniform so bad.
I was not a good Girl Scout.
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't.
But so Leslie is taking advantage of Chloe being away. She says, Chloe's away on a field trip and she would love it if Peyton could do a solo. Like, why not? And you're like, wow, Leslie, the body's not even cold and you're already swooping in.
She's like a turkey vulture.
Yeah. So then we have all the moms, and you say that you don't care what Abby thinks. It's none of her concern.
I don't.
And Abby shouldn't call Chloe dumb and stupid because she wants to expand her horizons. And Leslie chimes in and says she wasn't taking anyone's spot, just adding Peyton to the roster. But she said earlier that Peyton should have a permanent spot.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
And did you notice? Okay, so this is where this fight happens, where I said earlier when she was asking about Mackenzie and Chloe and Maddie having solos, I'm like, you give me a hard time, whatever. And then you just said, is Peyton going to learn a new dance? Because I think what you were asking, is Peyton doing her old solo?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she did.
I know.
And Leslie's like, I don't understand why you're asking me about Peyton's solo. And I'm like, I'm just asking a question. Like, am I not allowed to speak to you? It's like having conversation up there. I mean, what else are we supposed to talk about? And I'm sure they ask.
Exactly.
But I was getting to the point that I wanted Leslie to say, yes, she's doing her old solo.
Yeah.
She never once would say it. And she even wore her old costume.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Leslie says, even if Peyton didn't get a solo this week, Kelly would have found something else to yell about. That's what she does. I've not argued with Leslie, not once yet. And I didn't even consider this arguing. I was just asking a question.
Yeah. And she goes on to be like, I don't even know if it's here, if it's later. She's like, they get one solo, they bitch about it. They don't get a solo, they bitch about it. One, you get a trio, you want a solo. Well, you had another daughter who didn't have anything special.
Yeah.
Brooke didn't have anything special. So you had a right to be asking that if you wanted Brooke to have that solo.
Yeah. I didn't want her to have it.
Well, I know you didn't.
Now we go to Maddie's solo rehearsal, and Abby says that Maddie's solo is exquisite. She wanted to use this music for a long time, but Maddie wasn't mature enough. And then Abby tells Maddie the choreography is fabulous.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah, but the story needs to be there. I need you to convey the message that mom, it's never going to be the same again. And then Abby gives Maddie a high five. Again, positive reinforcement. Right. Yes. So then we go to the trio rehearsal with Nia, Mackenzie, and Paige. And Abby tells the girls, the name of the routine is Never Gonna Stop Us. And in her interview, she says that the trio is one of the hardest things to block. I have 3 different ages I'm dealing with here. The trio is fast and peppy. They need to have energy, and these 3 slugs don't have it.
This is where I was saying the way she talks to Maddie, this solo is exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite. And she's like, oh, these 3
Maddie and Nia, or Chloe, Mackenzie, and Nia, you're slugs.
You're pieces of shit that I get stuck working with.
Yeah. But again, I go back to Paige always from day one has been able to keep up with Maddie and Chloe in a trio. So
for sure. I do think it's hard anytime, like Paige is able to be in that trio easily because she's used to dancing with them. So when you give different people opportunities to dance together, it gets better naturally. Like when you put 3 people together who's never had a trio, is it going to be the best?
No, they never did that together.
Look at it. Okay, perfect example. Okay. Abby has said on the show, and I'm using her words, that I think in last week's episode about the best dances, she said it's no joke, or it's no secret that Maddie and Chloe are my strongest dancers in this group. Brooke was one of her strongest dancers out of all the older groups. Okay, the 3 of them had a trio not long ago. It was fine. It wasn't anything great. It was fine because she didn't give them the opportunity for it to be great. Yeah. And they weren't used to dancing together.
Yep. So Abby says that individually the girls can do every stunt pretty well, but when you put the 3 of them together, it's not going so well. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's like a Franken bit where Abby says, girls, this is why you never get a good routine. If you could pick it up and do it right the first time, then she would do it.
I don't know if that was a Franken bit. I think she was being a bitch. Like, this is why your routines suck, is because you guys suck, not because I'm giving you sucky stuff.
But I just don't get it because they all do the group dance. Everybody does the same choreography in the group dance. So why does the choreography for their trio have to suck? Mm-hmm. Why it should be the same caliber as the group dance. I don't get it.
Yep.
So then we go to our group rehearsal and everybody's wearing socks.
And Abby doesn't even miss Chloe. I don't even miss Chloe. Right? Settle down.
You point out that Peyton's in Chloe's spot. And you say that she'd never admit this to Abby, but Chloe missing rehearsal stresses her out. And I just love how your daughter is not at rehearsal, but you're there. Like right there, we know we're filming a TV show, because if your daughter was not at dance class, you surely would not be sitting there. You would be at home with your baby.
and I have to sit here and be like, I have to be here because I need to keep an eye on things. So it all works out well for Chloe.
You look so stupid when you do that shit. I hate it.
And I'm like, we are the biggest idiots on the planet saying stuff like that. And thankfully, a lot of people get it, but then there's a lot of people out there who think that we just like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we, it's one day to competition. We're at the front desk and Abby's wearing
hands.
Yeah. So I walk in and tell them to go get ready. And I say to Abby, at the front desk, like, why did you give Peyton a solo? Nia, Paige, and Mackenzie do this every weekend. And they want to do a solo, but you won't give it to them. Like, this would have been a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, why are you talking?
You what?
I'm thinking, why are you opening your mouth?
I know. Because I do.
I know.
God. But Abby says that Peyton wants to work. She wants to be gone every weekend. These kids could care less.
I can't stand that she says that about our kids.
I know. And maybe because they wanted like one day of break.
To go to their school camping trip? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And I, of course, I argue with her that my daughter is at every single practice. And Abby says, this is my dance company. And I just walk away. I'm like, that's fine. You'll just lose more students.
Look at my face. Wow. Yeah, I do love when you're like, that's fine. You'll just lose more students.
Yeah.
This
So
is my favorite, one of my favorite parts of the episode. When you go, Abby's going to keep bringing in Peyton and Leslie. So if we want to get rid of them, we're going to need to do it ourselves. She says.
oh my. Yeah, so I guess that's what I mean. Oh my gosh, this is making me cough, this drink. I don't know why fruit juice does that to me. So the girls are all getting warmed up. Everybody's there but Chloe.
Don't worry, guys. I'm here though, so I can fill in for her at rehearsal.
You what? Yeah, you can go
Don't
down.
worry, I can fill in for her. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So then we see Peyton. She's doing her rehearsal, and Abby's just, saying her corrections. And Peyton says they only have a certain amount of time to learn their solos, and she's not used to it like the other girls. Well, you've been doing this solo for a year, Peyton, at every single competition we went to, so you should be good.
And you don't even have to worry about making a new costume because you've got a good one.
Yeah, she has a custom made one, which my kids did not usually have. So me and you are like, what was this discussion you were going to have with our fearless leader? You asked me that.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? Okay, yeah.
And I say I was asking why Peyton had a solo and the other girls in the group didn't. Leslie says, if these people want to waste their time just worrying about what another mother's daughter is getting, let them do it. It's not for me.
She was worried about who had solos, why Mackenzie wasn't in the group dance, and Peyton deserving a part or a place. So,
yep. I don't know, but I tell her, we don't appreciate you coming into the group and changing our words and telling us our daughters deserve to be your daughter deserves to be in the group more than ours. And I say, just like how, Peyton did it when we were in the dressing room at the last competition she was at. And then they show a flashback of that, and Abby calling her cocky and all that kind of stuff. But Leslie says to you, your daughter has a trio. Does anything make you happy?
Yeah, but I don't know why she said that to me because it was your daughter who has a trio.
Yeah, Chloe didn't have a trio, so that didn't make any sense. So Leslie says these women don't respect anything. They're never happy, but Leslie's not really happy either. She wasn't happy when the daughter didn't have a solo, and she's not happy when Peyton isn't involved in the group dance. So it's the same thing. So then Chloe walks in and she says that she's nervous to see Abby because she doesn't know what she's going to say. And you give Chloe a hug and tell her, just remember, this is the worst of it. Like the first time walking in is going to be the worst. Isn't that terrible that we have to prep our kids to walk into a dance class?
Like shaking like a leaf. You can tell Chloe is so upset and nervous to do this.
Yeah. But you say that Chloe's very nervous to talk to Abby and that she's afraid that she's going to cut her solo. And you say, I won't let her do anything wicked to you. Just let it go in one ear and out the other.
And then wearing earrings that look like Fruity Pebbles.
Oh yeah, I missed it.
There's Fruity Pebble earrings. Yep.
But Chloe's doing her solo, and Abby says, well, our little forest ranger's back. What a smart ass. Since Chloe's on the top of the pyramid, Abby wants to see if she remembers her solo. Was that an old solo?
No.
She said she wants to see if she remembers it.
I think because she missed a day of rehearsal. But then I guess at some point Chloe must have said like not all the kids went. And it might have been like one or two, but Abby uses this, like, not all the kids went on the camping
The
trip.
camping trip, yeah.
Yeah, so Abby
And that's
uses
really
this
good
as
for
like,
class. But that doesn't mean that Chloe should miss it just because other kids missed it. I mean, the other kids are there for other things probably that Chloe has missed. Like, what's the difference?
right.
But upstairs, Holly asks you, what's the name of Chloe's solo? And you say trouble. Chloe and trouble are synonyms.
They are synonyms, just
That's so funny. But Abby brings up that you think that Chloe
Oh,
can do
this was terrible because what she was screaming it in Gianna. She knew Chloe was a nervous wreck, and at some point I had argued with Abby because Chloe had been working on, they all did work on a standing back tuck. And so I said, Chloe almost has her standing back tuck, and she did at that point almost have it. Okay, we're not going to acro anymore after this, so like things like that went away. So she never got it, nor would she have been comfortable doing it. But Abby screamed that at Gianna. Her mother thinks she can do it a standing back tuck. We should do it in the part where it says upside down, just with Chloe's head. Because did you see Chloe then like shaking when Abby's talking to her?
That's the same thing I said, like about turns and stuff. Like, you're not going to get any better at turns if you're not in class to practice them.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, just like Chloe's not going to get any better at a back tuck if she's not practicing them.
Correct.
Like, common sense basically tells you that you're not going to get it better. So yeah, but she liked to throw that in her face.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe says that she's excited to do her solo this week, but she thinks that Miss Abby's putting a lot of pressure on her. And Abby says to Chloe that your teachers have you from 7:30 in the morning, and then I get you. So don't sign up for anything else. If it's at night, you can't do it.
That's not her choice.
Okay, boss.
Yeah. That's not her choice.
But she says that she's impressed that Chloe remembered her solo, and Abby thinks that it's a winner. She knew she could do it, and she's excited.
I don't have any idea, like, that I believe that Abby really said nice things.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that somebody put that in to make her seem nice, because that does not feel very on brand for what we just watched.
Yeah. So then
boy,
my house. I miss my house.
Yeah, your house looked pretty. And I remember so specifically sitting in your back outside patio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember filming this so much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait a minute. How about when I walked in and I said, I brought your two favorite things, mineral water and abs. Kelly, I would never walk in your house with mineral water. I assure you.
Exactly. That is definitely not one of my favorite things.
No. Abs are. I think I brought you an Abercrombie bag.
Yay.
Yeah, but I'm like, mineral water and abs. I was like, somebody pulled off a Sky Vodka sticker and said, go and call it mineral water.
So I say that this is my 41st birthday, and all I want to do is have a good time. And did you see Buddy?
I saw Buddy.
Oh, poor Buddy. So, I'm pouring my drink and you're telling me it's a witch's brew, you bitch.
No, I called it a bitch brew.
Oh, a bitch brew.
I did. It's a bitch brew. Oh, that's the name of the episode, bitch brew.
Here we go.
Or the circle of impenetrable bitches.
So itchy. But how about my little Lolita glasses? I love those.
Yeah, everybody's drinking out of like a little Lolita glass and you show up with a friggin' tumbler.
I know. Why did I have that?
You don't know.
I was wondering that because it just seemed weird that everybody would be drinking out of that and I would have.
Yeah, and you would have drank out of a Lolita glass.
I always drank wine. Yeah. So it just seemed weird. But how about when I went to Pittsburgh, I finally brought home 3 of my little Lolita glasses.
Oh.
I'll get to show you guys them next time I have wine, I'll use one. But so you're in your interview and you say, we're having fun, we're relaxing and not bitching. It's going to be a nice evening.
Sure. There's that foreshadowing, you guys all.
Yeah. So you say, maybe we'll get lucky and Leslie won't come. I say, I really don't have a problem with Leslie. And you're like, oh my God. Yes, you do. You lie like a rug. You're an asshole.
Sure. Okay.
And I just say that, I don't like how Leslie comes in and thinks she has seniority, which I don't.
Yeah, I agree with
I
that.
don't know why anybody would think that was fair. Our kids do this every day. And
Yeah, and they
twice.
deserve it. Which is, I feel like that was always our biggest argument, is that everybody always got to come in and be the star, and our kids there, she was always like, they're lazy pieces of garbage who don't want to be here. No, they don't. They want to have a day off because they do it every day.
Yeah. Yep. Every single day. But then my doorbell rings. And, I'm looking pretty wasted.
Kelly, I had no business being on TV in this scene.
I know. I don't know.
My hair is like that. Like my hair is like this. I'm literally like this. I hope I had a sleepover at your house. No, actually, you know what? One of the PAs drove me home that night.
Yeah.
I
didn't go anywhere because I looked terrible.
So I could not my eyes were barely open.
Yeah, I know. I was the same way.
That was bad. I don't often see scenes of us where I'm like, oh shit, we're drunk. We were drunk.
Yeah, we were.
We're always like, oh, we're drinking, whatever. You can drink 1 or 2 drinks over 5 hours.
Yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah. We definitely had some before we started filming.
Oh, I think we filmed a really long time.
I think do you notice whenever we came to my house, it was like light outside.
Yeah.
And by the time Leslie even got there, it was dark.
Yes. And it's a warmer month in Pennsylvania. So our sun does not set until like 9 o'clock when it's warm out. Yeah. So the fact that it was like pitch black tells me it was very late.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so Leslie comes in and, Holly's like, we thought you gave up on us. And she says, well, I did get lost. And I'm like, whatever, Leslie, because like, it's my fault she got lost.
Yeah.
Use a GPS. Everybody else made it there.
I love when you're like, whatever, you're flipping her off.
Yeah.
That's another indication that you might be a little drunk.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm in my interview saying that Leslie's been fighting with all the moms and that we weren't really excited to see her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I asked Leslie if she's going to bully us, and she jumps down our throat every time we say something, when we're upstairs. And Leslie says, I just talk loud. My voice gets loud. It's not bullying. That's how I talk. Mm. And you roll your eyes.
Barely. I don't know if I rolled my eyes at Leslie or my eyes were just rolling around from all the drinking.
That's what I think. Mine were
like one of my eyes was over here and the other one was this way. It was terrible.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing to watch.
Yeah. But Leslie said she's here to enjoy herself this week, and everyone just claims she's a bully. And you're like, Leslie, is talking shit. And she doesn't shut up. Sometimes Leslie wishes she would. Did that make any sense?
You know what else doesn't make sense? The size of the piece of cake that she's shoving in her mouth during this conversation. I thought it was like a big like fluff of whipped cream that would like have dissolved in her mouth. Kelly, it was, I kid you not, it was as big as my phone.
Oh my
gosh. And it was like
I can't talk about that because I'm always chewing on something like a piglet. I
am eating in every scene. I couldn't believe how big the bite was. And also Melissa licked her fingers in either this scene or when we were at lunch, because I made a note of it because Abby always likes to point out when I'm like, I don't have good manners. I'd like to point out that there were 2 examples in this episode of bad eating manners. So
So we just talk about, Leslie bullying us, and Holly says, that she describes her behavior as intense. Holly's great.
Holly always finds a way to say things a little bit more diplomatically than you and I.
And we do, yeah, yes, definitely.
I think it's
Leslie said
something
that
Yeah,
you're
go ahead.
sitting here listening to this woman, this drunk, and you're like, don't call me a drunk again.
First of all, I was drunk, so whatever. But to call somebody like this drunk, not like someone who is drunk, but calling like a person a drunk,
Yeah.
I think it's so disrespectful. And it's terrible that you put that on TV. And then like for years, and we joke about drinking on here all the time. Clearly, we both like to drink. I function in my everyday life. I do plenty of things. Like I don't drink. I barely drink when I'm in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
I hate that they would,
Like we drink every day at home alone.
yeah, they would put this up and just like perpetuate this narrative, especially for our kids. Our kids always feeling like I have to defend my mom.
Yeah. So you say in your interview that you're sick of Leslie constantly telling the moms why her and Peyton belong. Why do we need to accept her and why do we need to like her?
Mhm.
She has a whole list of reasons of why you don't, and you want to let Leslie know. You say, I can't tell you how many people have said that they've seen you at competitions standing there with a beer bottle and your cigarette. You're nothing but an intimidating bitch.
So Holly said her personality is intense. I just said you're an intimidating bitch.
I think Holly comes across a little better than us.
I think so too. But here she is saying like, you're nothing but a drunk, blah, blah, blah. I've been out with Leslie. I've seen Leslie put it down, but also Leslie had a very, people said all the time that she was at every dance competition back in the day when her older daughter was dancing, that she'd have a beer bottle and a cigarette. I don't care. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying that you're calling me this when you're the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. They do it to me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you wave your hand and tell Leslie, shoo, go away. Again, throwing somebody out of my house. And then, I don't know, it says here that Leslie throws a glass at the wall.
No, you know what Leslie threw? Her mic pack. She took her microphone off and threw her microphone.
I was going to say, I don't remember her throwing
no
glass. I would have killed her if she broke one of my Lolita glasses.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that'd be fighting actions if she broke Lolita. No, she took off her mic and threw her mic.
Okay.
Which I was infamous for throwing my mic. I'm like, fuck you, take this. And I'm not saying another word. And they'd be like, you're not allowed to take your mic off. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're an interviewer and you say that, we're a hard group to be accepted into because we've been together for so long and we have so much history. But if you want to be accepted into the group, stop telling everyone you what you hate about us and why our kids are rotten people.
Yeah.
And you start crying, and how about Melissa's the one that comforts you? I thought that was pretty freaking funny.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, she's taking action on Dance Moms. I'll take it. That's all I want. I just want you to like be a participant. So if you have to hug me, hug me. She's probably like, here's a way that I can look like a good person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not. I'm saying like, I got an opportunity to like be involved, so I'll just do it.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, what a fabulous birthday that was. And you're like, you know what? Leslie's a bitch.
Profound, Christi, profound.
Gosh. So we're going to the Starbound competition in Atlanta, and we see everybody walking in, and Abby's, telling everybody, be on your best behavior. And she tells Mackenzie, don't do gymnastics in the hallway. And we go into the dressing room, and Abby says, oh, I could have worn fancy shoes.
Yeah, I don't know what that
You
means.
say that.
I don't know, but Cal, do you remember what happened in this Atlanta trip? We have to talk about it in the Patreon.
What happened? You didn't
Oh,
talk-
I'll tell you on the Patreon, but this was a pretty big memory experience situation this week on the show that I can't believe you don't remember. As soon as I say it, you're gonna know.
Yes,
I'll give you a clue. I'll give you a clue. When we got to Atlanta, there was someone waiting up in a room for us to like have a meeting with all of the cast. And when that didn't work out well, they had to take them to a separate location that had,
I don't know what you're talking about.
oh my God, you're gonna know as soon as I tell you, you're gonna be like, yes, it was here.
We'll save it for them.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna die.
So Abby's interviewed. She says that Chloe and Maddie are each doing new solos and that it's going to be exciting. And right there, I wanted to point out, she says Maddie and Chloe are doing new solos. She did not say Peyton was doing a new solo.
I caught that too.
Yeah. But that's why I asked upstairs, because I knew that was her old solo and I wanted her to say it and they wouldn't.
Sure. Look, again, we just want people to know. That's why we harp on these things. Because when you're like, oh my God, my kid's on an even playing field. Well, no, you're actually at an advantage.
Yeah, definitely at an advantage. But we see the girls getting ready. Chloe gets her costume, and Abby says that my last hurrah at Starbound was not so fabulous. I want to win. I want to win big. And then we see a flashback of candy apples and them leaving the dressing room, saying,
Oh, yeah.
apples, and
Yeah.
Abby crying again. But Chloe salutes Abby.
Yeah,
And
she's having fun.
yeah.
And I would like to point out, she's having fun. She got to go do something fun for school. And Chloe danced excellent in her solo.
Yeah.
So look what a little, like, without grinding somebody down, look at how it lifts you up.
And you say maybe you should send her to the woods every week. And Abby once again calls her a forest ranger. Come on, get over here, Yogi Bear, because there's 100 things wrong with that.
I guarantee you our kids didn't know who Yogi Bear was.
Probably not.
No. We knew who Yogi Bear was. They did not.
Yeah. But you tell Abby not to stress Chloe out. And Abby says she just wants Chloe to win. And Abby said, or you say in your interview that Abby was blaming her for oh my God, I can't even speak. Abby was blaming her for stressing Chloe out, but it's Abby who stresses her out. She's constantly barking things at Chloe.
Yeah, I mean, she does it to all the kids. So that's what I was saying. Like, Abby yells at me that I'm stressing her out. Well, no, you're stressing her out.
Yeah.
Oh,
She stresses them out. Every one of them.
but yeah, like exactly. But here's a fun scene where we run into Leslie in the hallway.
I don't even know. I have such an itch on my leg. So we go into this large hallway and we ask Leslie what she's doing here.
Yeah, because you skip the part where you're saying, like, we're walking to our seats to watch the girls perform, and who is in the hallway but the wicked bitch Leslie?
Did you see my eyes during that? They're like popping out of my head. But why am I saying that the Wicked Witch Leslie is there? I knew she was going to be there. Peyton was dancing with us.
Well, I don't think we had seen her at that point.
She didn't come with us?
No, they had her separated because of that fight. They had her separated. And so we ran
okay.
And because it was actually Melissa who had me freaked out. She's like, Christi, you can't go to the competition this weekend. She's like, if Leslie's in the dressing room, she's like, you can't trust that she's not going to pull out a pair of scissors and try to stab you. And I'm like, oh my God. So I was like telling producers, I was like, I can't go be in this dressing room. She's gonna try to stab me with scissors. Melissa said so.
Huh.
So that's when we ran into her. We did not see her before that.
Yeah. Okay. So we ask Leslie what she's doing here, and she accuses us of trying to intimidate her. And you say that we weren't, and you point out that Leslie was attacking us all week. And Leslie says, listen, we're here because when we start something, we finish it. And you're like, I don't care what you think. And you know,
I don't know what it's just an I and a T means. I have no idea what that meant when she said that.
maybe she meant like dotting your I's and your T's.
Or maybe that is just,
Crossing your T's.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Who knows? But Leslie insists that Peyton is here to do her dance, just like Chloe. And Christi, you ask where Peyton is. And she says she's in the dressing room.
I love it. It's good for you, Leslie. Go ahead, go to the green room. And she calls us you witches. Oh no, she screams at us, you're witches. You say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then there's me, thanks when no one, I'm rubber, you're glue. I didn't really say that, but then I said, careful, somebody doesn't drop a house on you.
And you said it takes one to know one, which I like. My God, I keep coughing. You in your interview say that you had quite a blowout with Leslie, and that you think it's safe to say that the dressing room is not exactly going to be a warm and fuzzy place. Chloe says that even though she went on a camping trip, she's confident and that she had enough rehearsal time and that she's, going to be confident in her performance because Abby told her she wanted her to be confident again. So then, they announce Chloe's music. And was the music different? To me, it didn't seem like the dance went with the music.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I think it was the right music. I just think that maybe they edited or dubbed it weird because I remember that song specifically because it did have the word trouble in it.
Okay. All right. I don't know. It just didn't seem.
I thought Chloe was excellent in this dance. Her turns were so damn good. Every turn she did was fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was good too, but I just didn't think the music went with it.
Yeah, I do agree, but I like the dance.
So Chloe's in
right before she went out on stage, she's on one wing and Maddie's on the other, and Chloe looks at Maddie and does "I love you."
Oh yeah.
Really
I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe in her interview says, I went on stage this week with a new confidence and I killed it. And she says that that's what she's going to do every week. That's cute.
Yeah.
So then we have Maddie's solo, and Maddie says, I felt very good about my solo when I walked off stage. I thought Chloe also did great. It just makes me happy when I watch her. That was sweet.
That's sweet. Yeah, that was really sweet.
So backstage, they're hugging. And then we go back to the dressing room and, we're all there. We're waiting for Chloe, Maddie, and Abby to come back. And Chloe walks in and, you congratulate her and, you tell her that, she didn't freak herself out and that you're proud of her. And then we see Peyton and Maddie hugging, when Maddie comes in. And Melissa tells Maddie that her performance was great. And Abby's excited when she comes in and she gives Maddie a hug. And she asks Chloe, Abby asks Chloe, smiles while giving her.
No. Abby calls Chloe over. And she's like, she smiles, she gives her a hug, and she tells her performance was beautiful. She's like, where's Chloe? And then that's
nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then I said, Abby just hugged Chloe after a dance. You're going to camp every week.
Abby said she's not going ever again.
She probably won't hug her again either.
Yeah. But you say that You had to keep stirring the pot, Christi. Abby says you had to keep stirring the pot, Christi. It's not about you. You're not the dance teacher, even though you think you are.
What did I stir the pot? I was teasing. I was like joking around.
Yeah. Yeah, because she was saying stuff about, Yogi Bear and
Yeah.
all of that. So I think that kind of just went into that. But
Yeah.
okay, so then we go to the trio performance, and oh my gosh, that costume. Ugh, we had all ugly costumes this week, other than, the trio and the group dance I thought were terrible costumes this week.
I didn't even like Maddie's costume. I liked Chloe's. Chloe was the only one who had a custom costume this week.
Yeah. So Abby says, she hopes when the girls get on stage, they pull it together. Nia says that she's excited for the trio, but nervous to do her front aerial. So we go out and Mackenzie, starts dancing a little late. And when the music starts, Abby couldn't see Mackenzie. So she's trying to tell Mackenzie to come out of the wings. So then during the dance, we're doing our front aerials and Nia falls. Yeah.
My heart just thuds when I see stuff like that.
I know.
Now, remember though, when Maddie fell, they ran, scooped her up, Abby carried her, cried, ice, the whole thing. Nia didn't get the same kind of treatment.
No. Abby looks very annoyed in the audience.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought that dance was terrible. I don't know about you.
I feel that there was always like a throwaway dance of the week, and it was usually if it was a duet or a trio, because who choreographed 4 dances? I think it's a lot, and so one always suffered. And I do think it was usually a trio, and this was not my favorite either.
Yeah. So Abby says in her interview, they did not do a good job. She would be surprised if the trio does anything at all. Mackenzie says, like, we're all the kids are all walking backstage, and Mackenzie says, I was worried because I thought Abby was going to be really mad at me. And the girls are just standing in the hallway talking about how they all messed I think every one of them messed up something in the dance.
Yep.
But Nia thinks that Abby's going to yell her to the most because she fell. And Paige points out that they were, what I just said, they were all missing something that Nia.
And they all knew. They're all like, no.
Yeah. So we all go back into the dressing room, and everybody's congratulating everybody. Abby's not in there yet. Nia, we go to interview, and she says, all of us know what we did wrong. All of us were nervous about Abby coming in and yelling at us. And then we see Leslie holding up a trophy. Why? What's her trophy from?
I don't know.
We didn't even do our group dance yet. But
Hmm.
Abby walks in and says that the trio was disappointing. And Holly says, she didn't think the judge liked that number. And Abby says they didn't like that number. They didn't like Nia falling on her butt right in front of their faces, center stage. She's so mean.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like when Maddie fell, she like carried her and iced her. Here, she's like mocking Nia.
And that's what Holly says in her interview. She says, how quickly Abby forgets that, when Maddie fell, doing the same exact trick. Abby was totally different.
Yeah.
Yippers. So then Abby tells Peyton, it's time to go on stage. Peyton says she's nervous. She feels like she didn't have enough preparation to learn the solo, which is full of crap because you've known it for a year. Peyton goes and does her solo, and they show me rolling my eyes while Peyton's dancing. And I seriously do not think I did that. I was rolling my eyes at something else in the audience, and they just put it towards that.
Yeah, I can confirm. I don't know exactly, but I just know that how I know you're not rolling your eyes is because we were so paranoid about not looking mean when another child was dancing.
Yeah.
That I know you would have never done it. Like I used to overly
make sure you didn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you're so concerned. You're like, oh no, but then they'll just use it from something else. So what's the difference?
Yeah. Yeah. Leslie, in her interview when Peyton's done dancing, she says she thinks Peyton did well for not being prepared and not having enough rehearsal time. Welcome to Dance Moms.
Yeah.
So then we cut to Leslie hugging Peyton, and me, Melissa, and Holly, we come into the dressing room, and Abby asked Peyton how she thinks she did.
Such a loaded question. Peyton, don't say a word.
Yeah, Leslie says, she had no practice time. But right there, Leslie is complaining that she had no practice time. But Leslie, when we complain about not having enough practice time, Leslie's like, why are you complaining?
Yeah, be
We're
just happy you have a solo.
every single week.
Be
That's
happy.
what we're complaining. You are here 2 weeks and you're complaining about it already.
Yeah.
So Abby's like, I don't want to hear it. You asked for a solo, and we threw it at her. Meanwhile, it's her old dance. Leslie says she didn't get any practice, and Abby says when you go on an audition, you don't get time to practice. You learn it right there, and you go and do it in front of the directors and the producers.
That's true.
Abby tells us that all of the moms need to zip it. It's my way or the highway.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
So Abby brings up, when we went up to the front desk and asked, like, why is Peyton here? And I said, no, we were asking why she was doing a solo.
Correct.
That I think that other girls in the group should have been offered a solo first.
Yeah. Maybe.
And I do, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't want to say like seniority, but
Yeah, but it is.
you put in your time, you should
Reap the rewards. Yeah.
I think, so I want to know, you want to know why I want to know why the kids and us don't want Peyton there. Because you bully them. Oh, I say that to Leslie. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I asked Leslie why she thinks that the moms don't want Peyton there. I don't even know why I would ask that.
I know. I'm like, what?
But then Leslie starts crying.
I know, and you say, you want to know why the kids and mom don't want Peyton here? Because you bully them.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
And then I make her start crying. But when we cry, she's like, why are you doing that?
Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up.
Like, you stay here. Well, why do you keep coming back if you're going to be upset that Peyton doesn't have a solo or we make you cry? Like, I mean, it's kind of the same situation, but I don't know. So Abby says, save your tears for your pillow. And, Leslie's like, don't talk to me like that. I'm an adult. And Abby's like, you shouldn't be sitting here boo-hooing. And Abby's like, in God's name.
Well, she said, look at those three over there.
Yeah. Who are they? They are nobody.
Yeah. Why in God's name would you care what they think? And it's like, I'm doing my hair, you're looking at your nail, Melissa's on her phone. She's like, look at those three. Who are they? They're nobody.
I don't know.
And then I'm trying to say something, and Leslie is just like telling Abby, stop, stop, stop.
You're like, I really hope this is the last week we see Leslie. She's hard to take. Ugh. And we've been putting up with a lot with her lately.
I don't know where the lie is in that statement. I agree with me.
Yep. So then the girls go to the stage for the group dance, and Abby's like, if I'm sitting in the audience and you come in 10th, put supportive shoes on because you're going to be walking back to Pittsburgh. Okay. But she says she's in her interview. She says she's worried about the group routine. She said the concept is interesting and she loves the message, but will the audience understand it? Who knows?
Well, I knew the message and I didn't understand it.
Yeah,
so.
I didn't either. So we go on and we dance, and you say, I wasn't even looking at the girls dancing. I was just watching it wasn't even like I was looking at the girls dancing. I was just watching an amazing performance.
I like the music of this dance a lot. I thought the movement was weird. And I also thought the costumes were the ugliest things I've
I
ever seen.
with the costumes. I didn't think we needed Peyton. I don't think she made or broke the dance. Like I thought we would have been fine just the way it was with us. But I didn't mind the dance. I thought it was okay.
It's fine, but the weird bike tard with the socks and then like the feather headpiece,
Outfit was horrible.
it didn't make sense.
So Abby says, you know, they were right on the money. It was a great performance. My God, those words came out of her mouth.
Mhm.
Last time we were at Starbound, we were in 10th and Abby was humiliated. So she came back to Starbound to clear her name of the Abby Lee Dance Company.
I can't even roll my eyes hard enough.
I know. So then we go to the junior awards and they announced that Chloe got 4th place for Trouble. And you say in your interview that you think that Chloe danced better than 4th, but not quite good enough for first.
I don't know. I can't. I thought Chloe really danced this dance well. And I know Maddie ends up winning for Mom, It'll Never Be the Same. And like Maddie did a sequence of turns in there that were beautiful, but the rest of the dance I thought was kind of like the rest of her dances. I liked Chloe's number. I thought her number was better. Like,
well, even Melissa said, well, it was a totally different reason, but she
well,
said,
yeah,
surprised Maddie got first because she was at the bottom of the age category.
I think that if you knew Melissa as well as we did, there was a scene when the girls came in the dressing room after Chloe and Maddie both danced. You could tell Melissa was nervous, just how she acted about, you always knew when Melissa was nervous.
Yeah.
And I think she was nervous. I think she was expecting Maddie to lose this week. My opinion.
You think she was expecting her to lose?
Yeah, I think she was shocked that she won.
Yeah. I don't know. Then we had the teen awards and Peyton got 7th place.
Mm-hmm.
But down below it says she got 2nd.
I don't know. I have no idea.
But Leslie says Peyton wanted a higher medal, but Leslie's proud of her for what she accomplished. And I don't know if you know that Brooke did that. This is when Brooke did Paint the Pictures solo. They did show. And Brooke got 2nd place.
Wait a minute. That would have been such a good storyline to have them go up against each other. They wanted. Oh, wait, that also makes sense though, why you were asking about if her solo was old.
New or old, yeah.
Yeah.
But why didn't they show Brooke solo? Probably because she won. I mean, she got 2nd and Peyton got 7.
I don't know. I still think it would have been a more interesting storyline than just like.
I think they want it. I think they want Peyton to show as good. So when they keep bringing her back, because if Brooke would have beat her, there would be no reason for Abby to come back. Do you know what I mean?
And they also like a redemption arc kind of thing. Like Brooke loses to her and then she beats her, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But then we go to the junior duet and trio awards, and Nia, Paige, and Mackenzie got 5th place. And Abby says the trio got 5th place because they didn't do a good job. Abby thinks that they were tired and it didn't go as well as she had hoped. Couldn't have been the choreography that.
No, and I don't know if she really said that she hoped that dance did well at all. She said from the beginning it was terrible.
Yeah. But the small groups, we got 1st place.
I know, but just must have forgiven us for his socks.
And Abby was like, woohoo, the ALDC back, and we are a force to be reckoned with.
Boy.
So we go back into the dressing room and Melissa comes in and she points out that we beat over 80 numbers. We both have on long dresses, which was odd. First of all, long dresses. Mine was really long.
Yeah.
I like that dress, but it's very hard to find somewhere to wear that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
It's kind of fancy, but it's not fancy. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I got
I've never worn it again other than that day. I've
Huh.
never wear it. It's like not dressy enough to wear to a wedding, but it's too dressy to wear just out.
Yeah.
It's weird. But Peyton says that both her and Brooke should stay on the team, that this is the first time I've won with you guys. And Abby shouts out congratulations as she comes in and gives Chloe a big hug, which was nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the interview, Chloe says, woohoo, we won first place with the group number. She's like, yay. Abby says she's proud of the kids. They did what they needed to do.
I fainted.
Yeah. Yeah.
I fainted at this part. Yes.
So Abby tells us that, moms, you chased away Kathy, you chased away Jill, and now you're after Leslie. When you start messing with my livelihood, that's when the curtain closes and I'll start messing with your kid. Learn that. Right there, she was kind of telling us, you're pretty much screwed, ladies.
Because your job is to fight with people.
Yeah. But if you do your job, I'm going to mess with your kid. She says it right there.
Yeah.
Abby says in her interview that she never wants to hear another word about bringing another child on the competition team. You're like, whatever. And then the episode ends with Leslie just like looking at us, the moms giving us
the eye, giving us the eye. How many drinks did it take to get you through this episode?
This episode was pretty easy for me. I don't know.
This one was a tour for me just because I hated how
you threw Leslie out of my house.
Yeah. That's not my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was okay for me. I mean, it was my birthday party. You threw the people out, and I mean, the only thing I really feel like I did was ask Leslie if her daughter had a new solo or an old solo. So I didn't think that was bad. So
irritating.
I'm going with none.
All right. Okay. All right. Who do you think was at the top of the pyramid for outfits?
I had your taupe dress, but you said you thought was your ugliest.
I thought it was ugly, but I'll take it if you liked it. Maybe I just was distracted by me pulling at it.
Yeah, you needed to stop fussing.
Okay. I liked, you couldn't see these, and they're definitely not at the top of the pyramid, but when we were at lunch, I was wearing that orange Wilma Flintstone dress. It like literally looked like an orange Wilma Flintstone dress. And I remember I had on these heels that were covered in they weren't covered. They had a row of spikes down the back, like the back heel. Yeah. And I remember every time I crossed my legs, I stabbed myself in the leg with a spike. That I had to take my shoes off under the table during that lunch when we were filming because I kept stabbing myself with those shoes. It was terrible. Okay, misdemeanors or felonies? Well, I had a misdemeanor and a felony.
I think it was a misdemeanor because I was really drunk at my birthday party.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm giving myself a pass on that because it was my birthday. I was supposed to be drunk at my birthday party.
Yeah, I don't think I was. Okay, so my felony is being that drunk at your birthday, throwing Leslie out of your birthday. And my misdemeanor is apparently letting Chloe go to a school function.
Oh, that was not a misdemeanor.
Oh, I'm kidding.
That was a good thing.
That was a good thing.
I think it was a good thing.
All right. Favorite line of the episode. I have a couple.
Good. I have some.
Here's to the circle of impenetrable bitches. Leslie's just a bitch. There's me with my eloquency. Leslie's just a bitch. And then
I like what Holly said. I've always said, when it begins to click for Nia, you better watch out.
That was cute. Yeah, I thought you said something that I was like, oh. I liked excuse me. I liked bitch brew. I thought that was funny. We were drinking bitch brew. But yeah, I mean, those would probably be my favorites. What was your favorite dance?
And I like when you said, wow, Leslie, the body isn't even cold yet and you're already swooping in.
He was. Right, what was your favorite dance of this episode?
I would say Chloe's.
I think Chloe's was my favorite too.
Yeah. Definitely not the trio.
No.
I should have known that.
Yeah, I think Chloe, I would agree with that. All right, well, we're gonna head over to our after party because we have lots to talk about over
I have
there.
to find out what it is that happened this week.
Oh, you're gonna die the minute I tell you. Hmm?
I cannot think of what happened. Can you hear
You'll know.
that beeping?
It's what?
Can you hear that beeping outside? All right. There's my house is being the outside of my house is being painted, and there's a crane out there, and every time it moves, it beeps.
I'm literally sitting here and it's not you. I'm like nodding off and falling asleep. And I know people are gonna be like, is Christi on drugs? I have not slept well in this hotel for the last 4 nights at all. Because the way that there's a transom above one of the windows that this light comes in, and like this light hits me right in the bed, like where my head is, and I cover my eyes, but then they have jazz music that plays out in the courtyard and it keeps me awake. So between the two of those things, I have not.
Earplugs.
What?
You need to get some earplugs
I
and
know.
an eye mask.
I have an eye mask, but like it still comes in, like I can't describe it. But oh my God, I am so exhausted. So if anybody's watching this on the Patreon and like looks at me and they're like, Christi's on drugs. No, Christi's literally just
Boring
exhausted.
you with reading all of my freaking homework. I hate having to read this shit.
No, you're not boring me. I'm just exhausted. So we'll see you over on the other side.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.